the person. They hear the comments made on CNN and USA Today and MSNBC that he's a bigot, he's a racist, he's a homophobe, and all of these things. And if he was truly those things, I could see being upset about him and not happy about him. But for the Christian, the praying man or the praying woman, they pray for him. They would pray for him and ask God to actually soften his heart, and that's what Christians do. It's what other religions do. They actually pray that God's will be done. They honestly believe that because this person's in power. This person is the president over all of us. Whether you like him, whether you hate him, he's the president of the United States of America, and he certainly deserves that respect, and he deserves our prayer. But hating a person and then making other people hate is not the way to go. But this is a trend. This is nothing new. This is a culture war that we're fighting. And it is a culture war that Tim Allen is fighting still, trying to get his show back on the air. There's plans to try to save Last Man Standing, but will Fox take the bait? That's the biggest question. A nonpartisan parents organization is pushing for a plan to save Last Man Standing. It's a very popular right-leaning sitcom starring Tim Allen, great artist. He's an actor. He's an artist. He's terrific. But this nonpartisan parents organization is pushing for a plan to save it. In a press release issued today, the Parents Television Council called for Fox Broadcasting to reverse its decision to renew Mick. Not to renew Mick, actually. Mick is the replacement installed to replace Last Man Standing. And the Parents Television Council stated mission is to protect children and families from graphic sex, violence, and profanity in the media because of their proven long-term harmful effects. ABC, which has aired all 6 seasons, Last Man Standing, announced on May 10th that it would not renew the family comedy. If Fox were to replace the Mick with new episodes of Last Man Standing, it would be a win-win-win. And how often can we say that, said PTC President Tim Winter in the press release. I got a lot of votes, a lot of conservatives watching it, and it was one of the most popular shows on TV. But because of liberal bias, just like the school that you just heard us talk about today, it doesn't matter that it was making money. Doesn't matter that the sponsors more than paid for the broadcast and it was profitable. It's because they don't like conservative ideals. This is ABC. Popular show, made money, but they're trying to get away from it, folks. Don't get away from conservative ideas. Conservatism is a good thing for this country. Hating on people, setting fires and destroying property. I have no problem with people having a different point of view and saying that they don't agree with how a person may be coming across, maybe rough and tumble. But really be educated, being able to articulate it exactly what it is that you don't like about a president and make a difference. Stop yelling. Stop wasting your time destroying property and making yourself look like an idiot. Educate yourself. Run for office. Run for City Hall. Do something productive. If you don't like the way things are running, do it the right way. What I see is a country that doesn't want to do it the right way. A lot of people want it done the way they want it done, no questions asked. And that's the left these days, unfortunately. It's interesting, we just heard from Pat Schode on Friday, the economist, and he said he's going to be writing a book of all things. Here's a conservative economist. Oh, he's independent, but he's conservative. And he's going to write a book for the Dems to cast a vision for them to rebuild themselves. The Democratic Party of today was not the Democratic Party that my grandmother knew. And I used to have discussions with her growing up. Totally different party. She'd never recognize it. Never recognize it because it was extremely conservative. JFK, that party, if he was around, he wouldn't recognize the party. Do you think he would endorse the party? John F. Kennedy, you kidding me? And the man was onto something and some serious changes. And he believed that he paid the ultimate price because he, too, like Donald Trump, were actually with Bobby Kennedy and so many others that served with him were in the process of actually draining the swamp. There's a lot of evil in this world, a lot of evil, unfortunately, in Washington. It's greed and it's corruption, and people want to be in power at any cost. It doesn't matter, and they'll do anything be able to stay in that position. It's about serving your country, serving its people. These are supposed to be servants of the people, by the people. People have to remember that. Remember that when they go to the booth and want to be reelected. What are they doing? Are they making good on the promises that they made? Make sure you remember what they promised. I think voters today are a little bit more savvy and they know what's going on. Enjoy your Memorial Day. I'm glad that you tuned in and spent some time with us today. I hope the show resonated with you. We'd like to hear from you at forthepeopleshow.com. Like us on Facebook. And remember, we're listener supported. Your donations make a big difference. All the best. May God bless.